Welcome back, everybody. Bree guys, a new YouTube video today, and I've had a video idea for quite a long time here on the channel. So Black Ops 4 Zombies has been around for a very long time, and I wanted to look back, pair the game to the other Zombies modes that we previously had. So with like Black Ops 2 Zombies, Black Ops 3 Zombies, obviously, with Black Ops 1 Zombies, Black Ops 2 Zombies, and Black Ops 3 Zombies, I wanted to really see where Black Ops 4 kind of failed us within the perk system, how they destroyed it, of deciding us how to choose perks, choose it wisely, basically. So in Black Ops 4, it was kind of Jason Blundell kind of went on the rant. He said that too many people were using the same zombie perks in Black Ops 4, and it came to mind that it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna play the clip right now to show you guys what exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, while you mentioned Jug, there is an absence of Jug in this game.
Yes.
What was the decision-making process like that to cut some of those beloved perks?
Yeah. Well,
Was it a tough decision to make, or?
No, because the way we look at stuff, and it may break people's hearts, but completely emotionally. In other words, I said when we wrote it all down and looked at it, one of the big decisions was we want it to have meaningful choices about what you're doing, what you're picking, from the starting weapon, your special equipment, your special weapon. And when we got to perks, we had this problem. And the problem is that everyone gets the same things. And so when we switched it on with all the normal perks first time, and we just took a survey. We had like a little survey monkey, right? We could look at it.
Yeah.
Everyone had the same perk, and we kept on adding more and more perk in the early days.
Well, that's how pretty much the only time I ever diverged from the core four is when I maybe got like an On the House or a or like Perkaholic.
Sure. So that's what we said. We said, okay, let's take it out. And as soon as we took out certain perks, suddenly when I looked at the survey, everything started changing. And I was like, this is what we want. And then people then started to have their own strategies. And then they had different strategies on their own than when they were friends, and with certain friends based on how they play. And we were like, that's what we're after.
But this clip right here, the reason why that Black Ops 4 did not have a Juggernog, which Juggernog allows you to have increased health in some games, with like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 1, it allows you to pretty much go down within 3 to 4 hits instead of like 2 to 3. So you're going down within 4 hits instead of like 2 or 3, and Juggernog allows you to pretty much get more hits without going down, basically. And that's what that perk gives you, and that's why everybody used it. I don't understand why Jason Blundell came out of his way to like, what, I'm tired of other people using the same perks all the time, and that's, in my opinion, that's kind of the that's the point. You're supposed to use the perks that are good. Not that everyone is going to be using the same perks. Yes, if you look at the charts and see, oh, everybody's using Juggernog, everybody's using speed, everybody's using stamina, everybody's using Juggernog. You know why? Because they're good. They're good mechanics of gameplay that make you survive longer through rounds and Easter eggs. I don't understand why they have to reinvent the wheel because people are using the same thing. I understand that it's a new game and Jason Blundell wanted to switch things up for the zombies mode. Is like, you know what? Instead of just people using the same perks every game, how about we make 20 new perks, slap them on the piece of paper, and just create and reinvent the wheel of perks where people will change their play style according to what perk they want to use. I think one of my favorite perks is, as you guys know, we have Quick Revive, Stamina Up, Mule Kick, Juggernog, Speed Cola, Deadshot Daiquiri, and other perks that are like normally in the rotation of zombies. That is the main thing. Mule Kick allows you to have 3 weapons. Quick Revive allows you to regen health faster or revive allies quicker. Stamina Up allows you to get that movement speed up. Then at Death Perception, that allows you to see zombies like through walls and everything, have like that good vision. PhD allows you to take no explosives with like the ray gun. Then that's where the perks came in. Juggernog obviously gives you extra health and stuff like that. The Electric Cherry, that would basically have this electric thing around you where every time you reload, you have this electric thing around you. So if you're like covered, if you're actually getting surrounded by zombies and you go to reload, it will kill all the zombies around you by reloading and have that electric kind of effect around you. I think the zombies for Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 zombies were perfect. All the perks for zombies, for classic zombies, was actually good. And they went into Black Ops 4 and like, you know what, let's reinvent the wheel. But it's basically the same perks, but they pretty much switched the name and just re-coordinated everything to make it seem like it's actually different when the perks are really doing the same thing, but they're a little upgraded than previously we had before in past Call of Duty games. What I mean by that is, so one of the perks in Black Ops 4 is called Time Slip. This means is equipment and cooldown rate increased. Your grenades, whatever, your equipment cooldown rate is increased. Mystery box and pack a punch weapons appear faster. So that means once you pack a punch your weapon, it's instant. You don't have to sit there and wait wait for it to go in and then go back out. It greatly reduces fast travel cooldowns, which is actually really good. So if you're really good at, you want to use your explosives faster or pack a punch faster and stuff like that, Time Slip is a very good perk for you. And that's basically what Black Ops 4 does, based on the specialist and using your equipment so you can survive longer. And if you want that quicker to recharge faster, Time Slip is going to be the right perk for you. And that's one of my favorite perks to actually use in Black Ops 4 Zombies, which is actually pretty cool. So I might say this next one wrong, which is called Victorious Tortoise. I can't say that word, I apologize. So basically this perk is victorious of using bright shields, the biddable shields. So it says shields block damage from all directions when held. When a shield breaks, it will trigger a defensive explosion. I think this perk is really superior on Blood of the Dead, because if you have your shield out and you're trying to feed souls, long as your shield is out, if a zombie hits you from front of you, left, right, behind you, this perk allows your shield to begin hits with every direction basically without taking any damage. But obviously if it takes too much damage, that's going to explode. It's going to have this mechanism where once it gets destroyed, it explodes when it gets destroyed, and all the zombies around you will pretty much die. In some scenarios, this kind of perk will save your life, because if you're trapped in a corner, it's like, oh crap, every zombie is hitting you from behind and like your shield breaks, that perk is going to allow it to explode. Then it's going to let you to set free and get out of that corner and run to whatever you want to run to. That perk can be superior if you get cornered and your shield explodes on zombies, and it allows you to get away from that scenario very quickly. But if you get cornered again, you're pretty much dead because you don't have that shield. Unless you run back and get that same shield again, then that's what saves you pretty much. So it's almost like a free down, but the shield, I think Victorious Tortoise is a very good perk. So that's what that is. Winter's Wail. This is one of my favorite perks recently. I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 4 lately, and that was one of my favorite perks. So what it does is when hit by a melee attack, it generates a frost explosion that will freeze and slow enemies nearby. Players can store 2 charges, which is insane. So basically what this does is if you're like knifing zombies or the zombies hit you, they will pretty much have this freeze mechanic on the zombie. So if you get surrounded, the zombies will suddenly freeze around you. Then it will allow you to have time to kill the zombies that are surrounding you and get out of that situation, other than just going down instantly. Because if you're trapped in the corner, you're going down. Because if you have this perk matched up with Victorious Tortoise and your shield gets destroyed, explosion destroys everything. It's a good combination if you're not really good at keeping the last zombie alive or training basically for high rounds. This is a really good perk, but I think it's a really good perk. I've used this a lot while trying to do the Blood of the Dead Easter egg, which that Easter egg is so buggy for me, and it's really good for survivability. So basically you will get hit by zombies and will freeze them, and it gives you a chance to shoot the zombies and get out of that situation, which is pretty cool. So PhD slider kind of works the same way in previous games. You take no explosive damage basically from like explosives and stuff like that. Like I said, they just took previous perks and just reinvented the wheel. That basically literally the same thing, but they just added stuff to it to make it think that it's actually different, which it is. I think Dying Wish is one of the craziest perks of all time. Dying Wish is like a free down. So when you pop a Dying Wish, if you were to go down, when you have this perk equipped or you drink it, you won't go down. You'll go into this phase where your screen just goes completely red, and it's like the zombies will just chase you until you kill all the zombies and basically run away. It's basically a free down. Every time it gets used, the limit duration will increase, because this would be too overpowered if it was refreshed every like 5 minutes or something. But I think like the first one is like 12 minutes and it goes to 30 minutes and then 45 minutes. And then every time you basically use this Dying Wish, it's a free down, but every time it gets used, the time will be increased to the next thing that's refreshed. So basically you're not going to have unlimited revives, but I think Dying Wish is really good for pretty much staying alive if you like get trapped or something, get cornered, and get a free down. I think it's a nice perk. I think it's not better than Quick Revive, because Quick Revive allows you to go down and then get back up, but you lose all your perks anyways. So yeah. So Death Perception, like I said, this has just been in zombies the longest time. This is in Cold War. It allows you to see, like, gives you like a vision of where everything is that you couldn't see before, like zombies. So if you want to come around a corner and you're trying to like do something safely, and it's like, oh, it gives you an idea, like, should I go this way or go that way? So Death Perception gives you an idea where zombies are, so you can like coordinate yourself through the map without going down basically, which I think that's a good perk to use. Like I said, I used a perk which was, I think one of the perks is Blood Wolf Bites. This is one of my least favorite perks, because if you're trying to do Easter eggs or something like that, you're gonna have this wolf that comes out and basically helps you. It's almost like a brain rot. A wolf will come out out and basically help you take out these zombies. I think it's really good. If you're not good at zombies, if you're going for high rounds, I think this will be a good perk. But I feel like this is just like a brain rot perk kind of deal here, what they're going for, which I know what they were going for with this perk, but I don't think it's one of the best perks in the game. But it's a good thing what they were trying to do. Blaze phase, it says crouch, then uncrouch, dash through enemies and a blaze of fire, killing it and knocking them back. Stay crouched and charge for more distance. Jump to cancel charge. I think blaze phase is, so basically the PhD flopper in Cold War is pretty much PhD flopper mixed in with blaze phase, because when you have PhD flopper in Cold War, you slide and it creates this explosive damage, and then you take no explosive damage from like ray guns or explosive weapons. That's basically what the perk is in Cold War. That's basically blaze phase from Black Ops 4 and PhD flopper together in Cold War zombies. So basically what they did for Black Ops 4, they split those two perks apart and made them separately to make them think they're two different perks, which they're not. They just took one perk and just split it by two and just made it one perk each. That's basically all that perk is, which is kind of funny. Electric burst, this is basically electric cherry, but they changed the name of it, called electric burst. Basically when you go to reload and you're surrounded by zombies, when you reload, you're gonna have this electricity around you, causing zombies around you to get electrocuted while reloading. Electric cherry, same thing here. You see what I'm talking about here? So it says reloading causes an electric discharge that damages and stuns nearby zombies. The more into the magazine, the stronger the damage. Yeah, I wonder what that perk came from. Electric cherry. Yep. So we have this another perk here called a Bandular Bandit. Huh. Wait a minute. This perk looks familiar. I think this is in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. This is a schematic in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, I think. This is literally the same thing. There's a schematic where you can actually, if you have like a monkey bomb, some kind of a lethal equipment, this allows you to have your equipment recharged. So if you get a monkey bomb, it's going to basically recharge over time. In Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, if you have a monkey bomb and you use it, it's gone unless you have it equipped, unless you buy more. With Bandular Bandit, schematic recharges and you have it. Just gotta wait for that time cooldown. But in Black Ops 4, it's a perk featured in Black Ops 4 Zombies. But in Black Ops 4 Zombies and Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, these are two different perks, but they're used in different ways in two different games, which is kind of funny. So in this game in Black Ops 4, the Bandular Bandit, it's carry increased ammo stock. I think that perk is kind of useless because it gave me like 10 more bullets. I'm like, really? Some nerd of zombies be like, 10 extra bullets can be really good for you because you might run out of ammo, and those 10 extra bullets can give you max ammo. We have a thing called Ethereal Razor. Offhand melee swipes affect multiple enemies, and an arc offhand swipe and lunges gives bonus damage and restore a small amount of health. Ethereal Razor is basically you get this big blade, you swing it, does bonus damage, and it says it will restore a small amount of health every time you get a kill with your knife or do damage. That perk is all right. It's not really ideal at all. It's like but it's whatever. Mule kick, obviously it's been the same thing for years. Allows you to hold 3 weapons instead of 2, obviously. Zombshell, basic zombies have a chance to explode when killed, leaving behind a contamination field that slows enemies and increase damage. So basically this is pretty much napalm burst ammo mod on your weapon, but this is a perk. So when killing zombies, it will have a chance to explode, which the blast radius will actually kill multiple zombies with this perk on. I think that's a good idea. I think that's where the ammo mods actually come in handy. As I said, they take everything in past Call of Duty titles and just basically put that into individual perks that fits your kind of play style, to people to choose different perks other than just Juggernaut. But I don't know why Juggernaut was like removed, because out of all perks, I don't think Juggernaut should have never been removed. I think Juggernaut should have been still implemented into Black Ops 4 Zombies in a different way. I don't see why they didn't do that, because they literally reinvented the wheel for every other perk that meant the same thing from past Call of Duty Zombie titles. They all mean the same thing, just different name to them, which is kind of funny. Yeah, you guys get the idea of this. The Black Ops 4 Zombies, it worked. Jason Blundell said that too many people were using the same perks. It worked because it allows you to, I kind of liked it, because when you actually go into Black Ops 4 Zombies, it's like, it makes you actually think about what perks you actually want. Like, should I use this or should I use this? If I'm in this scenario, maybe I should use this perk instead of this perk, or maybe I should use Death Perception because I can see where the zombies come from, so I don't make the wrong decision of going this direction instead of the other direction. Because if I go this direction, there's too many zombies, so I don't want to go over there and get cornered. Death Perception allows you to see your vision is more open. You can see zombies like through walls, so you can take the right path without going down. Unless you're cornered and unless you see zombies coming from both sides and you're pretty much dead anyways. There are some portals in Black Ops 4 Zombies, so if you take that portal, there we go. It can also save your life too. Death perception can be good. I think stamina up is the best chosen perk. Makes you run faster. Quick revive. You can recharge health quicker, which is really good. And then my top 2 perks are probably quick revive and stamina up. Dying wish, obviously. Then I use Winter's Wail, because if I get kind of trapped in kind of pile of zombies and the zombies slap me, it creates a kind of freeze mechanic with the zombies around that vicinity. So when the zombies actually hit me, they're just sitting there and I can just shoot the zombies and it gives me time to get away from that spot so I don't go down. So Winter's Wail is a really very good perk. I actually enjoy it very well. Headshot Dealer, it works the same way as Deathshot Daiquiri. You get more consistent headshots. This perk is probably going to be used for some players. Obviously, I don't like this one. It's just not my favorite. Stone Cold Stronghold. This is basically when you're playing zombies, it will create this blue circle around you and it will give you armor, a little bit of armor. Once you're in the circle, it will create extra damage. I think this perk would be really good for doing boss damage. If you're good at really sitting still and just basically it's going to create the circle around you to gain a little shield and actually do more damage if you're in that little circle. So I think that's a really good perk to use, because if you're moving around and while you're using this perk and the circles around you, if you move out of that circle, you're not gonna be doing damage anyway. So it's like, why would I use that perk anyways? So as you see here, it reinvents the wheel. When there's multiple kind of perks inside of the game, it makes you think of what perks to use in different scenarios. Like, are you going for Easter eggs? You want to use this. High rounds, I want to use this. What kind of player are you? Are you like more sit back and spawn, get more points and open the whole map, or get kills, move on to the next doors, get power open or pack a punch open as fast as possible? Whatever what your kind of playstyle is, these perks can fit in that category of what you're trying to do in your side of your game, which makes you think. And that's what Jason Blundell wanted us to do, because he got tired of people using the same perks over and over. I just don't know why Juggernog was removed, because regardless of if these perks were inside of the game, and I feel like if Juggernog was still inside of the game of Black Ops 4, I think people would still make that idea to not use Juggernog. I think if speedrunners had to, sacrifice health and get a better perk that benefits them more, I feel like people would still not use Juggernog. But if Juggernog was still an option inside of the game, people would still use that because that's nice. You get more health. I understand that Jason Blundell was like, you know what? I am sick of people using the same perks all the time. For this game, we're going to reinvent the wheel of all these perks, and we're going to make people use different perks. And it makes it fun. I get it. It worked, but it kind of destroys the fact of classic zombies of Juggernog. It's like, okay, if people go play Black Ops 4, like, where's Juggernog? This is my favorite perk. I understand that he doesn't want you using Juggernog all the time. I understand that. What I'm trying to say is that I think if Juggernog was still in the game, I think people would choose not to use it than use it. But there are people who are going to choose to use it, if that makes sense. So I feel like if the option was still there, people would still use it and wouldn't use it, because depending on the gameplay, how Black Ops 4 Zombies was laid out with these perks, it gave you a bunch of variety of different things to basically do. So I thought it was really cool that they actually did this. It kind of destroyed the classical zombies feel, because your 4 main perks solo was going to be like Juggernog, Quick Revive, Speed Cola, Stamina Up. And I'm guessing he looked at the data in that clip and he said, you know what, people are using the same clips, I'm tired of it. Let's reinvent the wheel. Let's make a variety of dozens of perks that basically do the same thing, but they're different. And that's what they came up with. It's funny, but they left the same perks in the game, but renamed them basically to make them think that they're actually new when they're not. But that's what really takes me off at that point. I give credit to Black Ops 4 Zombies for trying to be different. Trying to reinvent a wheel that's already good is not good for the community at all. And that's what we saw with Black Ops 4 Zombies. I think the majority of the community did not like Black Ops 4. People are going to like that game. It's a 50-50. People are going to like it and people are not going to like it. Because when you go play Black Ops 4, it does not feel like the same perk system at all. Well, obviously, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, classical perk system, World at War allows you to pick 4 perks. And that's what made it unique. Do you want to go for, Deadshot Daiquiri, Speed Cola, Stamina Up, Mule Kick, have 3 weapons? Do you want to double tap to shoot faster to do more damage? PhD Flopper, Electric Cherry. At certain points when I play Black Ops 2 Zombies and like Black Ops 3, usually the solo perks, I basically use the same thing depending on what I want to use. Sometimes I will sacrifice another perk for another one just to switch it up a little bit. In Black Ops 4 Zombies, it literally forces you not to use the perks you're used to using in classic zombies, if that makes sense. So if you're used to using the 4 same perks, you can't do that in Black Ops 4 because they made it where you need to pretty much pick what perks fit your playstyle, and that's that. So that's really what they wanted from Black Ops 4. They want people to use different perks fit in their playstyle, and that's what they did. People started using variety of different perks. The data charts started changing for people using different perks changed because how Juggernaut was removed and other ones were added to make them think they were different, which I think for me, this were in Black Ops 4 Zombies for me, which I did enjoy it. But when you actually go back to like Black Ops 3 Zombies, okay, this is so much better. I can actually pick my 4 perks. I can use my gobblegoms. It's more unique, you know. It's more unique and it feels good. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion. I know Black Ops 4 Zombies, I think it was I'm not gonna sit here and say it was a good redesign of perks, but I think it was honestly a good idea. If I was making a video game and I was tired of people using the same thing also, I would probably try to do the same thing. But if that idea was very successful and that idea, if I had to change that idea knowing that it was going to pretty much destroy that base idea that was actually successful, I would not do that. Because why change something if the hardcore fan base loves it to death? Then to change it and people hate it just doesn't make sense. Like, why create something that people love and change it for people to hate? It just makes no sense. I think other people are gonna go on a rant about this. It can be different. I know I'm talking about this like years later. This has been on my mind for a while. I wanted to make a video on this because Black Ops 4 Zombies has been, the maps in Black Ops 4 Zombies were cool as hell, but I feel like the last 2 maps that day, Alpha Omega and Tag the Totem, it was for me. One of my favorite maps was IX, Voids of Despair, were pretty good maps. Classified was really good for high rounds, obviously. That was a 5 remake from Black Ops. Agent Evil was one of my favorite maps because it was so good. I think all these maps in Black Ops 4 Zombies were actually unique, and it had this very kind of like Egypt kind of like style of each map. It was kind of cool. It was like the Egyptian kind of maps that we're going for Black Ops 4 Zombies. Like, I think IX and Agent Evil and like Voids of Despair, each map was actually different. It felt unique. It's like, oh, I've never been here before. I mean, except for, that's why I didn't like the last 2 maps. Alpha Omega was like a remake of Nuketown, but they created a whole like underground map basically, but Nuketown was on top. Then Tag the Totem was basically a Call of the Dead remake. So I don't like when remakes come into new maps because I feel like they're less work on because it's already assets already had. They just have to remaster it into the new game, and it's like, there we go, and just redo the Easter egg. It takes less effort of making a new map. That's what Black Ops 4 kind of fell in there. So the perks it sucked. It sucked. If you're not a good player, I feel like these perks are not really going to help you at all, because they will help you, but just the way it is, I guess. That's my opinion. I think that when you play Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, it's like, why did they change Black Ops 4's system? Why did they do this? It's so dumb why they did this. It's like, if you play Black Ops Zombies, Black Ops 2 Zombies, and Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 Zombies skipped the formula of zombie perks. Then we go back to Cold War, and it's like, you know what? Cold War Zombies, we're gonna let you have all the perks. And that went with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies and Vanguard Zombies, and let you have all the perks. It's like, I think from now on, obviously, Black Ops 6 Zombies is gonna allow you to have all perks. I don't think that's going anywhere. The 4 perk limit was enough, and I think Black Ops 4 settled that for good, because people did not want that perk limit or it to be changed like they did with Black Ops 4 Zombies. And that's why, you know what, screw it. We're just gonna let everybody have all the perks instead of choosing. Like, screw it. Let's let everybody have God mode. Like, I think that's what makes zombies overpowered. I think that's what makes Cold War Zombies and Black Ops 6 Zombies very easy, and Modern Warfare 3, because if you have all perks, you pretty much have God mode. If you're limited to 4 perks, you're not gonna be as strong because you don't have every perk in the game, which is obvious. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion. I think Black Ops 4 pretty much destroyed its classic zombie perks feel. So yeah, that's the video I wanted to make on this game. I wanted to get that off my chest, because that the perk system in Black Ops 4 was just like anime. I was like, come on, man, why reinvent the wheel when you already had the formula there, man? Stop. It's like Doritos, man. They already had the formula, but they reinvented Doritos and just took it away. It's like, why would you destroy something that's already good? It makes no sense. It's like making a movie, and that movie's good, and it's like, you know what, for the second movie we're going to remove all the characters. So it's like, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion about this. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but hopefully it's good enough. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really hyped for Black Ops 6 Zombies. Please comment below what you guys think about the Black Ops 4 system. Did it allow you to choose different perks off your playstyle, or did you guys just choose pretty much the same perks that you used in previous Call of Duty titles? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback and love to hear what perks you use in Black Ops 4 Zombies. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.